Hey everyone, and welcome to my new YouTube channel where I'll be covering mysteries about DBOG. That's right, I don't say DBOG. I say DBOG. FYI, I don't know the right way to edit, but I'm gonna edit how I want to, and it's gonna be Gek. What's Gek, you may ask? That is something you gotta find out as you watch through my YouTube channel. I always change to my slangs. At first it was ghetto, then Gekyu, and now it's Gek. Anyways, let's get into the video where we are going to be covering the topic about how do power levels work in DBOG. And I swear I started so bad right there, but put that aside. So how my test will work on my channel is that I'm gonna expose the topic first, then I'll explain how I did the experiment, then I'll bring up my test results and how I got them. Finally, I'll bring up why these results are important. So the two races I use for the experiments are Saiyans and Frost Demons because they have the same amount of health output but very similar key damage output, with Frieza's having the upper hand by 0.1. All races within the game start off with a power level of 30. Once I got both of the races to level 2, I noticed that they had the same power level of 480, so this told me that levels do not make races have higher power levels than others. I then put all 5 of my stat points into health, both into the Frieza and the Saiyan, and they ended up still having the same power levels, but new ones, of 1,335. I then deleted them and then made new ones and did the same thing again. I got to level 2, but this time I put all 5 of their stat points into key damage. But this time, they had different power levels. The Saiyan had a power level of 1,470 and the Frieza had a power level of 1,560. So this told me that stat points are the reasons why races have different power levels. After discovery, I still wanted to dig deeper and wanted to find out how to calculate the power levels in this game. So I subtracted the power level of the Frieza, 1,560, by the power level of the Saiyan, 1,470, and the difference was 90. I tried to find out where this 90 comes from. I then looked at the outputs of the key damage of both of the races. The Saiyan had 6.5 and the Frieza had 7.0. So this told me that 0.5 of a stat point equals 90 power level. So multiply that by 2, that's 180. So one stat point output equals 180 power level. Here are my results. Just kidding, but for real this time. With these results, we can now find out what our new power levels will be when the next big update drops. Assuming the max level cap is going to be 450, but first let me show you how I got these power levels so you know that when I show you the 450 power levels, you know it's legit. The power level of my Canasson right now is 480,603. So according to my results on how to find out the power level just with the level, no stat points, you take the level of your CAC, subtract it by 1, then multiply by 450, which is the amount of power level you gain per level. Then you add 30 because that's the 30 power level you start off the game with. My Canasson right now is a level 350, and we're going to subtract it by 1, which gives us 349, then multiply it by 450, which equals 157,050, and then add it by the 30, which gives us 157,080. This is the power level of a max CAC who is level 350 with no stat point set. So to find the rest of the power level, you need to find out the output for each section. So I have a health output of 400, so you would subtract that by 1 because you start off with 1 stat point in every stat. Now I have 399, and then we're going to multiply it by 180, which is the amount of power level you get per point, which gives us 71,820. Now add that to the base power level of 157,080. We now have a total of 228,900. I'm going to do one more example so you guys can sort of see how it works. This is kind of what I put in the script, but I'm going to lie. I sort of did 2 more examples, but anyways. So for the output of my melee damage on my Canasson is 1,100.35. And we're going to subtract it by 1 because you start off with 1 stat point in every stat. And then once we have that, we now have 1,099.35, and we're going to multiply that by 180, which gives us 197,883. We're going to add that to the other number of 228,900, and we now have 426,783. And I'm going to do the stamina now, which I have a 300 output in stamina, and we're going to subtract it by 1, then multiply it by 180, which gives us 53,820. Add that to our last number of 426,783. We now have a total of 480,603, and that's the exact power level of my Canasson. Why is this important? Someone may ask. It's because every person in this has a different power, even in their same race. If they're even in their same race, they have a different power level. So if you use a Scouter, you'll see 2 Frieza standing next to each other. One might have a higher power level than the other. They're still, and there's the chance that they still max level. It's just they put their stats in differently. The current highest power levels in the game for race-wise are Bojacks, Androids, and Friezas because of the highest outputs of 1.2. So Bojacks have 1.2 in health, Friezas have 1.2 in key damage, and Androids, I believe, have 1.2 in agility and key control. So if they put all their stat points in their 1.2 outputs, then they will have the highest power level of the game currently with a max level cap of 350 of 534,000. With all this information, we're going to find out the power level of my Canasta when the new update drops. So you can also calculate along, I guess, if that's the right way to say it. You can find out what your power level of your CAC will be when the new update drops, assuming the max level is going to be 450. So I do the 450 minus 1 again, and then multiply it by 450, then add it by 30, which gives us the base power level, and then you find out the power level of all your stats, add all those together. So when the new update drops, assuming the max level cap is going to be 450, we will all get an additional 500 stat points to put in due to the new level cap. I'm going to put 100 in health, 50 in stamina, and the rest in melee damage. So with that, my Canaston will be a power level of 680,753. This is a very nerdy video, but I kind of enjoy doing this stuff. When I mean kind of, I mean I do. So yeah, this includes the video, guys. If you guys got any suggestions, put it in the comment section below. I'm gonna try to bust all these suggestions I get every Saturday, and then release the info on Sundays. This script itself took me about 30 minutes to make, and it's not even that much, but I'm not too good at English, I'm just gonna say that right now. Anyways, in the description, I'll have a link to my homie named the Hoodlum. In the description, he will make the debug videos on like strategies and stuff, so check him out. And he doesn't have any videos out right now. Right now, he's trying to get his activate Windows watermark out the way, so that way he doesn't have to seeing this videos. And once he gets rid of it, he'll start making videos. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in debug.